From KUNC and the NPR network, this is In The NoCo. I'm Erin O'Toole. Just outside Leadville, there's a tiny ski hill that just might help keep the ski industry vital in the decades ahead. Students at Colorado Mountain College manage the Dutch Henry ski area as part of courses that train aspiring ski resort workers. And soon, those trainees will include future lift mechanics and operators. The students will practice their maintenance skills on a newly donated lift there. And that's a breakthrough for the ski industry, which is a big part of Colorado's economy, because many of the current employees who keep the lifts running at big resorts are starting to retire. Ben Cairns is vice president and campus dean of Colorado Mountain College's Leadville and Salida campuses. He joined me to talk about training the next generation of lift mechanics and operators.
Lift mechanics are unique in that they work on chairlifts and ropeways across North America. These are really unique transportation devices. They're some of the biggest public transportation infrastructure we have. And they involve transporting people uphill at ski resorts. And they're often in cold weather environments. They're often involving different kinds of technology, different manufacturers, different aged lifts. We have lifts in Colorado operating still from the 1950s, as well as brand new lifts coming out of Austria, Italy, and France. They're being installed in Colorado all the time. The machines are diverse. They transport people in really cold weather and interesting environments, and they require a ton of maintenance to operate efficiently, smoothly, and safely.
Now, Ben, ski resorts are kind of in the midst of a shrinking workforce. What is causing the decline in this industry?
We think it's a handful of things. One is we are starting to see a lot of retirements among people who've worked in the ski industry for a long time, going back to the golden age of skiing in the 70s and 80s. A lot of these folks are starting to reach that age where they don't want to work on ski lifts anymore. It's cold and exhausting, and they've done their time, and they're ready to retire and maybe even move to a beach somewhere.
I can understand that.
We're also seeing housing is really difficult, right? And so in the mountain resort communities, young people are having a hard time finding housing. And so we're just having a little bit of a crunch between the retirements and the young people finding their way into this industry and finding ways to make life work in these mountain communities.
Can you recall a conversation with someone from the ski industry that really underlines the seriousness of this shortage of lift technicians?
Yeah, it's not uncommon to hear a ski area talk about something like 50 to 100 years of experience retiring in a short period of time. So I've talked to ski industry friends who will talk about, 3 or 4 people retiring within a period of 1 or 2 years. And you can't just replace that overnight. So we need to accelerate the learning curve for our young people through education. The NSAA, the National Ski Area Association, currently estimates that we're seeing about 10 to 15% turnover in the industry right now on a yearly basis.
Okay.
And so if you think about that with lift mechanics, about 3,000 lift mechanics nationwide, but about 300 openings per year. And so we just need to massively accelerate our educational pipelines to help fill this need and fill this important role.
And Ben, I'm curious, what kind of personality type seeks out lift maintenance as a career?
You have to be very mechanical. You have to not be afraid of heights and willing to work at heights. And you have to enjoy working in all different kinds of weather. And then this is surprising. A lot of people don't realize this, but it's actually more busy in the summer. In the summertime is when all the maintenance occurs and all the different aspects of keeping the lifts running smoothly and safely happens, the inspections and the replacements of parts and things like that. So it's someone who wants to work year-round. And in the winter, they're often sort of on call and get to ski a lot. So someone who likes to ski is a great candidate for these sorts of roles. But then they also need to be available in the summer for the maintenance aspect.
I'm already out due to the cold weather. Colorado Mountain College plans to install a donated chairlift at the Dutch Henry ski area outside of Leadville. For those who aren't familiar, Ben, would you describe the Dutch Henry ski area?
Yeah, ski area is a generous term. Ski hill is probably more accurate.
Okay.
It's about 110 vertical feet, although every time someone donates dirt to us, we try to make it a little bit taller. And so we continue to increase the height of Dutch Henry. It's right on campus at Colorado Mountain College. So if you're familiar with Leadville, it's right on the very edge of town.
Okay.
And it's been operated by the college for a long time. The program goes back to the 1970s. And so students have made snow and groomed and operated the hill for a long time. And local students hike up the hill or ride snowmobiles up the hill 1 or 2 nights a week to train for racing. And so our friends at Steamboat very generously donated a lift to us. It was the Rough Rider lift coming out of Steamboat.
Okay.
And they gave that lift to the college. And then now we're working to install it so it truly becomes an operational ski area or ski hill, not just with grooming and snowmaking, but with actually lifts, patrol, and everything required to truly run a ski resort so our students can get that full breadth of experience while they're on campus.
What kind of maintenance work can novice lift technicians at Colorado Mountain College do on this lift?
This is a surface lift, right? So I think it's important for people to understand this is what we'd call a platter lift. And they can actually do almost every aspect of lift maintenance on this lift.
Mhm.
We talk a lot about inspecting the rope, looking at the shivs, looking at the hydraulic system, the brake system, the tensioning systems. All of those things can be done on a lift that's actually this small and this simple. All those major skills can be learned,
Oh, gotcha. Okay, sounds exciting.
like a T-bar.
I'm curious what this new lift will mean for the curriculum at CMC. How will having your own ski lift transform the experience for students in the ski area operations program?
One of the things we're really trying to do is work closely with our industry partners to help students go through the program quickly so they can get into the workforce quickly. Our students who are coming here are excited about skiing. They want to work at Vail, they want to work at Beaver Creek, they want to work at Keystone and Copper and Breckenridge. And so the lift accelerates our curriculum. They can learn every aspect of ski area operations during about a year and a half on campus before they go to an internship with a partner ski resort somewhere in our region or anywhere in the country that they want to go.
Yeah.
The lift will allow us to do every aspect of operations.
I mean, this is such a Colorado career path for a college to offer. How unusual is this lift technician program that you're building?
Yeah, so there's a couple programs in North America, Selkirk College in Canada. There's a program called Gogebic College in Michigan. And those really are the three main ski area operations college programs across the country.
Hmm.
And so at Colorado Mountain College, we're very proud to be one of the main higher education institutions providing ski area operations education.
Ben, how do you envision the impact for the local community? I mean, are there plans to open up Dutch Henry to more skiers and snowboarders?
Yeah, initially in phase one of our plan, we will work with like local race clubs, students who are ready to access this lift. The terrain as it currently is situated is very steep and very challenging. And so it's appropriate for young aspiring ski racers. But the plan is to continue working with the Leadville community, with Lake County government to expand to make more terrain available and offer more beginner terrain. My dream for this place is that eventually every kid in Leadville doesn't ride a school bus home during the winter. They ride a school bus down to Dutch Henry. They put on skis and we spend our evenings together skiing.
Mm.
If you live in Leadville, you have to love winter and you have to enjoy the cold. And so we want to make this a joyful, happy place for all the kids in town.
Ben Cairns is Vice President and Campus Dean of Colorado Mountain College's Leadville and Salida campuses. He told me they hope to have the donated ski lift installed by the summer so students can start getting hands-on training before the snow flies next year. We'll have links where you can read more in our show notes and at KUNC.org. That's it today for In The NoCo. I'm Erin O'Toole. Thanks so much for listening.